slightly earlier than the production from this particular region. So we've been trying to support the counties in that region to make sure that they can support their communities to produce avocado that is export quality. And we'll be starting by probably making sure we don't duplicate the mistakes that we've learned from Central. So one of those is making sure they have quality seeds and that the counties support them to access quality seeds and seedlings. And by quality seedlings, we are talking of health seedlings that have a longer survival, but when those seedlings grow, that tree can actually produce as it's expected. So we've been improving that by working with the private sector. We're working with the KTL in Kitale to be able to actually create a seedling site where they can produce over 100,000 seedlings for counties to access, but also for farmers to access. But also we've been trying to support farmers to increase the number of trees that they have. As you know, many farmers produce avocado, but many of them have either 2 or 3 trees, 10 trees to a maximum, but that might not be economically viable to attract an exporter to go there. So we've been incentivizing farmers by giving them like a subsidy funded by USAID so that they can be able to actually buy more seedlings and increase their seedlings from probably an average of 10 to an average of 20 to 50 trees. And from that, they can actually get good income and they can attract a private sector or a company to come to that particular region. But also organizing farmers so that they can be organized into farmer groups that can attract anyone who wants to give them extension, and especially the private sector. Remember, private sector, to give extension to farmers, they do that because they know they will buy from the farmers. So they give that extension to the farmer, maybe free of charge or at a very subsidized price, but is of course on commitment of the farmer through contractual mechanisms, so they get a contract that they will provide that supply to the farmer. So we've been working with the counties to make sure that farmers access quality extension, not just any extension. Farmers are able to aggregate demand, but also they are able to aggregate their supplies and have a site where an exporter or a buyer can go and buy from them. That means that the exporter has direct link with the farmer and is trying to do away with the middleman who sometimes can be an exploiter, either of the farmer or the exporter. And so we've been trying to build the efficiency of that kind of a mechanism. That means that in future, farmers in this region will have an income that they can use for other alternative methods, and they'll have an alternative income in addition to the current sources of income that they have from farming. So whether it's from maize or from sugar cane or from any other mechanism, they will have a diversified source of income. And that diversification by itself increases their chances to stand in case of a shock or a stress that they may experience.
So is it like any other plan maybe to have 2 seasons of avocado to offset maybe low production in the global market?
It's not 2 seasons, it's just extending the season. So instead of them starting to harvest in March up to July, they have an opportunity to extend that window so that now we can have